So on 18th March, Apple had officially announced their new 2020 iPad Pro, which is being rumored now for having a March release. We got a lot of things right, we got a lot of things wrong. And I know this video is late, but your boy's board exams just got over, so scripting and editing took a little bit of time. So let's start off this channel's first comeback video with the most iconic line associated with it. Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Majora boy and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys everything you need to know about the new 2020 iPad Pros. So let's roll the intro and then let's get right into it. So when it comes to design, the iPad Pro 2020 is exactly the same as the iPad Pro 2018 except for the camera arrangement, which we shall get to later in the video. The sizes for the new iPad Pros have also not changed. You still have an 11-inch and a 12.9-inch model for the new 2020 iPad Pros. When it comes to its display, it has a resolution of 2388 into 1668 and a PPI of 264, which is the exact same resolution and PPI of the iPad Pro 2018. I was really hoping for an OLED display or mini LED display for the new Pro to make it more pro, you know. Now most of the upgrades of the iPad Pro are internal upgrades. Firstly, it has an all new processor in it, this processor being the A12Z Bionic chip rather than the A12X. The A12Z is an 8-core CPU which has 4 high performance cores and 4 high efficiency cores with increased clock speeds. It also has an integrated 8-core GPU in it, which means it will have even more graphic performance than the integrated 6-core graphics of the A12X Bionic chip. The thermal architecture has also been improved, which will allow the chip to work for longer periods of time at peak performance without heating up. The 2020 iPad Pro has 6GB of RAM and comes in 4 storage options: 128GB at $799, 256GB at $899, 512GB at $1,099 and 1TB at $1,299. Apple has made the base model of the iPad Pro 11-inch more customer friendly, because before you would only be getting 64GB of storage for $799, which in my opinion is not enough if you want to make the iPad Pro your daily computing device. But now the base model begins at 128GB for $799, which means you're getting more storage but for the same exact price. Now let's talk about the cameras on the new iPad Pro. Firstly, the new iPad Pro, rather than having a single lens camera setup, has a dual lens camera setup, making this the first iPad to have such a camera system. The setup includes a 12 megapixel wide angle lens which has an f1.8 aperture and a 10 megapixel ultra wide lens with a f2.4 aperture. The cameras have a 2x optical zoom out and a 5x optical zoom in. Both of these lenses are from the iPhone 11, so you will be able to shoot the same quality of photos and video of the iPhone 11 on the new iPad Pro. Secondly, the iPad Pro cameras have an additional LiDAR sensor. LiDAR stands for light detection and ranging. The way this technology works is it uses light in the form of a pulsed laser to measure ranges. This is the same technology that will be used in NASA's Mars mission to map the Martian landscape. Now LiDAR technology is being used in the iPad Pro to improve augmented reality and make it more immersive, interactive and accurate. That's all for the iPad Pro's internal upgrades, but we're not done yet, because along with the iPad Pro, Apple also released an accessory that I'm more excited for than the iPad Pro itself, and that is the Magic Keyboard. I can't tell you guys how excited I am for this keyboard, because trust me, this keyboard really elevates the iPad Pro's experience to a whole nother level. Firstly, more than having a fabric style keyboard, you have a full-fledged backlit keyboard with scissor switches which give you 1mm of travel. Now it's not that I don't like the fabric keys of the smart keyboard, but if I were given a choice between the fabric keys and the scissor switches, I would definitely go for the scissor switches as they're more comfortable to type on. Secondly, the Magic Keyboard has an inbuilt trackpad that has full cursor support. The cursor is not your typical one and is specifically made for the iPad's touch-based OS. Now this cursor support will be coming to all iPads in iPadOS 13.4. So don't worry, you will get cursor support regardless of which iPad you own. Thirdly, the keyboard has a hinge that allows you to adjust your iPad at any angle and is not restricted to two positions like the previous smart keyboard. And lastly, the new Magic Keyboard has a Type-C port built into the keyboard which allows you to charge the iPad Pro while freeing up your second Type-C port that can be used for transferring data or attaching other accessories. So looking at all of these upgrades, should you buy the new 2020 iPad Pro? Well, if you already own a 2018 iPad Pro, then you do not need to upgrade to the 2021 because it's really just an S upgrade, and the 2018 iPad Pro is still very powerful for productivity related tasks, content creation and gaming. If you want to know more about the 2018 iPad Pro, check out my full review on it. Link will be down in the description below. If you are upgrading from the 2018 iPad Pro to the 2021 just because of the keyboard, then don't. Because Apple has made the Magic Keyboard available for the 2018 iPad Pro as well. Now if you do not own an iPad and want to get one, you need to get the 2020 iPad Pro as it gives you the best iPad experience. Well guys, that's all for today. Tell me down in the comments below what do you guys think about the 2020 iPad Pro. If you liked this video, then please give a big fat thumbs up on it. But if you loved it, then please subscribe to the channel. Also do not forget to hit the notification bell so that you come to know whenever I upload a new video. And as always, this is your boy Majora boy signing off for today, and I'll see you in the next one.